everybody. Welcome into Drums by Liz. We're studying 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, right? Very famous, iconic drum part. Steve Gadd, one of the innovators way back in the day, right? I got to see him at Eastman School of Music up in Rochester. When I was in high school, our band director took all of our percussion people. He was a percussion major, and he took us up there to Rochester to see Steve in a little clinic format. And it was fantastic. I remember being like just wowed by his ability to play cool stuff and just an innovator, kind of ahead of his time. And you know what? They still talk about him and look at his book, Gaddaments. I've got it down here. It's challenging, and it's cool. He takes and he shifts patterns, and it's really neat to just kind of displace things. And this is how he comes up with all these cool figures, okay? Now, in 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, years ago, I didn't realize there was a floor tom note on the first measure, third beat. I would always kind of come off of it with just a bass note, or a three kind of thing. But yeah, there's a floor tom note in there, okay? And then reading different transcriptions for this, had different ideas. Sometimes we would use and utilize your left hand up to the hi-hat playing most of those notes, but then you study what Steve was doing, and it's like this cool little hi-hat footwork that he's put into play. It's a little tricky at first to get the feel of it, but it's super sweet, okay? And it's unique, okay? All right, so let's study this a couple different ways. I was just playing it just like Steve does, okay? Using that hi-hat work, okay? So let's decipher that one. I consider this one a little bit harder. Takes a little bit more patience and time to develop it, okay? First thing we have to do, you have to remember that your bass and your hi-hat start together, and then we have the of one coming back in on the hi-hat, okay? So it feels a little foreign to do that at first. We also have to put E on the left hand and the and on the snare drum. So you have your feet together, one E and then we have to come back to an beat there on the hi-hat. So one E and kind of thing, and that alone, just to kind of get used to it is a little bit to get comfortable with, okay? So maybe one E and getting the feel of that, one E and just that much. While we're at it, let's add beat 2 in there, okay? Because that'll be off of the closing. So you have to go like two, and we want our notes to be, nothing like two. We don't want to catch an opening, right? We have to make sure all the notes are articulated really nice, okay? So 1 E and 2, 1 E and 2. So now we're to beat 2, right? 2 is with the left hand there. This is what kind of felt pretty funky to me, the beat 2 and how it inverts normal sticking patterns. Like a lot of times we use standard sticking, right, left, 1 E and 2 E and, well, this is now 1 E and, or 1 E and leading left. So this is how it, why it feels a little foreign, at least in my opinion. Okay, so now 2 E and, that's what we have to do on 2. As 2 E and with our hands, but the comes in on the bass. Okay, so 2 E and 2 E and 3, 2 E and 3. And this is where I was talking about how years ago I didn't even realize there was a floor tom note in there, okay? I was always playing it as like 2 E and 3, 2 E and 3. That's really though what happens. The floor tom follows through on beat 3, okay? So we've got kind of a funky little feel. Bass and hi-hat together, bass left, right, hi-hat left, bass. So bass left, right, hi-hat left, bass. like doing stuff like that in repetition really can help, right? You just, get into that feel, try to get yourself comfortable with all 8 notes there, right? And just keep repeating it. Another thing that I do with students is to do something like this. Do a little 8-note groove, 3 E and a 4 E and a, back to it. Right? And it helps you to kind of gain control of, hey, can I pull that off kind of on the fly? We don't want, a skill to sit on the shelf ever, right? We want to be able to do all of this stuff with ease, have good recall, okay? So let's get that far. Let's count through it all. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4 E and a. We're going to now add 4 E and a into this mix, okay? Double right. It's just like playing 4 E and a, but you're doubling the first note. 4 E and a. Okay, so... right? Nice little figure to get comfortable with, okay? So work that in. That's beat 4. So we're coming off and we're going like 3, 4 and a, okay? And that's the first measure of this. So let's take it all the way back. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4 and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4 and a. Okay, so that's the first measure 2 times there. Let's look at the second measure now. Same beginning. 1 E and a, 3, right? But no 4-tom note on 3. It's just a 3. And then our notes fall as if you have 2 floor toms, come over to your 2 floors, play them on beat 4 as a unison part there. And then we're going to do 4 and a. So 4 and a, and that's going to be a 30-second note figure that we're playing at the end of that measure there, okay? So if we had to count it, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4, 4 E and a, okay? So that's different than that first measure, obviously, okay? So let's take it all back. 1 E and a, 4, 4 and a. Maybe I should play that a little slower. Okay, so 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4, 4 and a. Okay, and we're playing that as a roll at the end there. Okay, it'll kind of feel like a 5-stroke roll without the ending. Okay, all right. So the whole second measure: 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4, 4 and a, 1. Okay, put it together with the first measure. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4 and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4, 4 and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4 and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3, 4, 4 and a, 1. Okay, so hopefully that helps you, right? Now look at, there's an easier way to play this. We could not have to do all that funky little footwork there. Why can't I transpose some of that stuff up to the left hand? I just have to get a little bit more schooled, with how to play that, okay? So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3. Ooh, let's figure out that sticking. Bass, left, right, left, bass, okay? So we're playing beat the of 1 now with our hand, okay, rather than that hi-hat. So now we're doing it as 1 E and a, 1 E and a, kind of nice. Bass, left, right, left, but then now stay on your left, hit beat 2 on, so you're inverting kind of, and then you're going left, right, left. So you're going left, right, left, and then again, left, right, left, as 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Right, again, let's get comfortable with that. Right? It's kind of cool, right? So, all funky, cool sounding. A lot of some of this sticking and work, it would remind me of what like Carter Beauford would do too, in a Dave Matthews kind of setting. right? You know, so funky, so cool, so fitting to the music, just, you know, genius type drummers, right? Okay, so we could interject that in both areas of this. Okay, so let me go through that again nice and slow with you. Bass, left, right, left, left, bass, as 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4, 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4, 4 and a, sorry to muff that second part there. Okay, let me do that better. Probably because it's so slow. Sorry. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I cracked myself up. Okay. So, all right. So you've got those two ways to float through that. Either way kind of works. Okay. I even find that second way, you know, very good and very doable. The only thing that we're missing is this in the beginning, right? Otherwise, those parts are pretty much the same when you would listen back to them, okay? So hopefully that kind of helps and, you know, helps most of you to get through all of that because, yeah, that's a very intricate thing and kind of a difficult thing to break down and do justice with it. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you to Nick Faraday, who had this as a suggestion that I do it with everyone, okay? It's just like doing all the Rosanna and the Purdy Shuffle and Fool in the Rain. That was all off of just a suggestion too. So I appreciate that. It seems like, you know, people like the breakdown that I give and are being helped by it, okay? So that makes me feel good, okay, that at least, you know, I'm helping people and, you know, sharing the joy and the love that I have for this instrument, and I hope you have it too. Okay, everybody, rock on, okay? That's a bit of a lesson here today, all right? And best wishes for a great week ahead. All right, I'll look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, I teach online in case anyone would like some lessons. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you soon.